Stalking is one of the most traumatizing experiences a person can go through. It already feels invasive when anyone keeps showing up where you are, sending messages you never asked for, or following your life from a distance. But when stalking comes from a narcissist, the experience is like living inside a storm you cannot step out of. They do not just linger at the edges of your world, they make you feel like nowhere is safe, no device is untouched, no place is free from their eyes. It's a hell that keeps walking beside you. Narcissistic stalking is different from what most people picture when they hear the word stalking. It's not only about someone lurking around a corner or leaving anonymous notes. It's a campaign designed to keep control long after the relationship ends. It's fed by jealousy, a hunger for dominance, and an absence of conscience. They convince themselves that you belong to them, and that belief gives them permission to step over every boundary. They use any tool that promises access, technology, people, and even stories they spread to keep others watching you on their behalf. I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional, and today we are talking about 5 signs a narcissist's stalker syndrome is getting worse. These are not just habits of someone who misses you. They're tactics of an individual, a crazy one who cannot let go, who feels entitled to every corner of your life and wants to destroy you. Number one, they want a door open into your life, no matter how many times you close it. When a narcissist begins stalking, the first thing you notice is how they always manage to keep contact alive. You block them on social media and they create another account. You change your number, an unknown text appears. You move to a new house, a letter shows up in your mailbox or at a P.O. box you never gave them. They send gifts to addresses you never shared. It feels like a thread tied to you, one you cannot untangle. Their aim is to remind you that leaving does not mean freedom. I know somebody who was heavily stalked by a narcissist. This narcissist seemed to know every step she took. Even after she stopped replying, he sent messages through mutual contacts, left comments on public pages, and used third party apps to sneak into her inbox. The message underneath each attempt was one and the same: I still own space inside your mind and your world. This stage escalates into persistence that borders on obsession. They keep reaching because every unanswered message threatens their ego. They need you to notice them, and if they cannot get your attention, your warmth, they settle for your fear. Number two, they turn technology into a massive weapon. As the stalking deepens, technology becomes their hunting ground. Hacked email accounts, cloned SIM cards, spyware hidden in apps, and GPS trackers placed under a car's bumper are no longer scenes from a movie. They are part of the tactics narcissistic stalkers use. I know somebody who had to leave their country because the narcissist in their life had broken into almost every piece of technology they owned. This narcissist had contacts in place who knew how to get into phones, cards, cameras, and even their Wi Fi hub. Every time they tried to reach for help, the path was already breached. Can you imagine that? Support groups were infiltrated, new devices became unsafe within days. In the end, this person escaped to another country with one simple phone that had no internet just to stay alive and out of reach. That's how crazy these people get. Another person found that security cameras installed in their home were streaming not only to her but to the man she had left. The central hub was compromised, her phones mirrored, computers carrying hidden software. She could not sit in her living room without feeling completely exposed, and later learned she truly was being watched. This is how far these narcissistic people are willing to go when they feel they are losing control. Number three, they recruit others to watch you. Group stalking. It's one of the most distressing signs that the narcissistic stalker syndrome is worsening. The narcissist begins to involve people around them. I'm talking about their friends, relatives, even strangers, to do what? To keep an eye on you. Sometimes they spin stories about you to make others feel justified in helping. Other times they use charm, pity, or money to get people to share your movements. A lot of survivors describe leaving home only to notice the same faces appearing in different places. They change cities and still see familiar cars or people standing near their building. It's not paranoia. It can make you doubt your own perception, which is exactly what the narcissist wants. If you cannot trust your senses, you're less likely to fight back. Group stalking does not always happen through a formal network. It can be a chain of small requests, each person thinking they're just passing along harmless information. No, the result is the same though. You feel surrounded as though an invisible circle follows you everywhere, and there is an energetic aspect to it as well. Number four, they blend obsession with delusion. Narcissistic stalkers often build stories inside their own minds about why they must stay connected. A lot of them develop what is called erotomanic delusions, the false belief that you secretly love them or send them signals. Others convince themselves you owe them attention because of how much they once gave you. Their thinking grows more distorted as time passes. They may read meaning into your silence. They may see it as proof you are playing hard to get. They can twist random events into signs of destiny. They'll insist you two are meant to be together. That mix of narcissistic entitlement and delusion makes their pursuit unpredictable. They may act loving one day, furious the next, cold later, then suddenly sentimental again. Crazy, right? Because it all is the same motive to keep you from moving on. They cannot stand the idea that you could live a life where they do not matter. So they invent reasons to keep chasing you, justifying behavior that anyone else would call harassment. Number five, and the last one, they erode your sense of safety and self. The final sign is not something they do, but what their stalking does to you. Long before any harm is physical, the damage happens inside your body and mind. The constant vigilance floods your nervous system with stress hormones. You stay alert because you do not know when the next call or shadow will come. Sleep becomes fragile, sometimes impossible. Panic attacks arrive without warning. Even on calm days, relaxation feels really dangerous because part of you fears that letting your guard down will open a door to danger. One person described losing their sense of who they were. Each message, each intrusion, each time they caught someone watching them through a hacked device, chipped away at their identity. Ultimately, they stopped dressing the way they liked, stopped posting online, stopped speaking openly with friends. They became a version of themselves shaped by fear. This is the hidden cost of a narcissistic stalker. They do not only steal your privacy, they try to rewrite the way you inhabit the world. Survivors blame themselves for feeling anxious or paranoid because these reactions are a natural response to real violations. When someone uses stalking to control you, your body stays in survival mode. You may even start doubting reality because the situation seems too extreme for anyone else to understand. Yet, this is exactly how narcissistic stalking works. It isolates you, so you feel alone inside the nightmare. Narcissist stalker syndrome is not just persistence or curiosity. It's a deliberate attempt to stay inside your life, whether you invite them or not. It grows from entitlement, jealousy, and a deep refusal to let another person exist beyond their grasp. They trespass through technology, through people, and through stories they invent about you. They do it to remind you that escape is never ever complete. You must understand and know these signs. Maybe that does not solve everything, but it names what is happening. It shows that what feels unbelievable has a pattern and that you're not imagining the harm, it's happening. Stalking by a narcissist is not a single act, it's a campaign designed to keep power long after love or friendship or family ties should have ended. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.